Good morning, City Kids, and welcome to another episode of Newsflash, live from the City Kids TV studios here in Bristol. If you've been watching the last few weeks, you'll know that we've been following the story of Jesus Christ. Over these last few months, he has become more and more popular as hundreds, thousands, and even tens of thousands of people have been streaming out of the villages and towns to come and hear him teach and heal the sick. Some people are wondering whether he could be the most popular teacher ever. Some are even wondering if he is the Messiah, the one that God has been promising to send for thousands of years. We interviewed local people. One of them said, "We've never heard anyone speak like this." Even some of the Roman authorities have been completely bowled over by him and have said that they've never heard anyone teach and preach like he does. Well, one of our roving reporters, Sam, is coming live from a hillside near Jerusalem. He's spent the day listening to Jesus' teaching and he has been overwhelmed by what he's heard. He's come out to find some shepherds and some sheep to find out what Jesus has been talking about. Sam, over to you.
Good morning, Jamie. Thanks. You've joined me here on a Galilean hillside. After listening to Jesus preach yesterday, I've been doing some research with these trusty shepherds. Last week, Jesus was talking about how he is the gate to the sheepfold. This week, he said that he is the good shepherd. He said three things that really made me think. He said, his sheep, number one, his sheep hear his voice. Number two, he cares for his sheep. And number three, he protects his sheep, even to the point of laying down his life. Well, I thought I'd better get to know a bit more about sheep and shepherds. So I've been hanging out with these young shepherds this morning. It's a bit whiffy around here. I can smell some sheep poo, but I've really found out some very interesting things. So, I found out from these shepherds that the sheep can recognise the individual shepherd's voice. Let's see this in action. Hello, Mabel, come to me. Wow. Number two, I found out that the shepherds really care for the sheep. They've been telling me that when it's cold, stormy, or there's difficult terrain to deal with, they're right there with the sheep, looking after them, giving them food, keeping them safe. They've also told me how they protect the sheep from dangerous things that would look to hurt the sheep. We've even seen some dinosaur attacks this morning. Rah! Hey, get out of here! They've had to protect their sheep from not only dinosaurs, but wolves and bears as well. And my shepherd friends have been saying that they have to, at times, jeopardise their own safety and their own life, that they would even lay down their lives to look after the sheep. Amazing, eh? So, it's really made me think again about how Jesus said he was the good shepherd. I think those 3 points again. If Jesus is our good shepherd, then number one, we can expect to hear and recognise his voice. I think that might be when we read the Bible, when we're praying, or when we're just going out and about doing our thing, going about our lives, that we can expect to hear God guiding us and helping us. That can be for wise old sheep, or even young little lambs. They all hear their shepherd's voice and come and listen to him. Number two, Jesus talked about caring for his sheep. I think this is great news if we're part of Jesus' flock. He looks after us. He feeds us. He guides us. He doesn't leave us on our own when it's stormy or cold. He really cares for us. This is great news. And number 3, Jesus said he would lay down his life for his sheep, the Good Shepherd. So when we see scary things like dinosaurs or wolves, we can know that Jesus will protect us. But ultimately, I think this talks about how Jesus did lay down his life. On the cross, he took the punishment for our sins, for the things that we've done wrong, for the forces of darkness that would seek to hurt us. And he paid that price and dealt with it so that we can be part of his sheepfold, so that we can be he can be our shepherd and that we can be his. Amazing scenes. So, thanks so much, Jamie. Those are 3 amazing things. We can hear his voice. He cares for us and he protects us. He's laid down his life. What a good shepherd. Now, Jamie, I'm going to go and have a shower and I'm handing back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Sam. That's a really helpful report. Now, in other news, there's an opportunity for children all over Bristol to send in to the City Kids TV news studios all of their art and creation that they've been doing through City Kids this term. So if you would like to be featured in City Kids Newsflash in a future week, then think about what you might like to send us. Maybe you've got some art, maybe you've got something that you've created that you've done even out of today's session. If you'd like to do that, then you can email in to citykids@citychurch.org.uk and we will feature your work in a future episode. That's all for this week. See you next time.